Welcome to D20 Deathmatch! Welcome to D20 Deathmatch, Acolytes! We're back for another Sunday of carnage! Grandmaster, how are you feeling tonight?
I am feeling absolutely fantastic, revved up. We're back in season 3, episode 2. We are just rolling through things like nothing else before. And I love this. Not only are you still my number 2, but you're also last place. Because remember, if you're not first, you're last. So I'm so glad you're here to remind me that I'm first.
Anyway, we find ourselves once again in the Dread Fortress. The Arbiter, with his chains clacking against the stones, making his way down the hallway, all the way down to the Grand Master's throne room, knocking on the door, because he knocks now. Just part of the punishment. Peeks his head in. Grand Master, what are you doing?
You can come on in, and the doors swing open as the goblins, Thomas and Jerry, open the doors further, welcoming you in. There's like a small plate of hors d'oeuvres. Some of the goblins are enjoying it already. Go ahead, join them. We're doing like our pre-show celebration, enjoying snacks and drinks. The rest of the crew are here, so we thought we'd get ready, and it's about time that you joined us. Assuming that, of course, you got everyone ready for this, right?
Yeah, of course I did. What is all this? Who's paying for all this catering?
It comes straight from the budget, obviously. It's part of
What
it
budget?
Is that we... Well, you cover our budget. You are in charge of the budget.
Do you even know? I don't even know. Do you know what the word budget means?
And the Grandmaster's face kind of goes blank for a little bit. It has numbers. I don't know. That's why I have you still around. Goodness. Okay, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm sure we have a lot of people attending the arena today to help.
Yep. As the Arbiter starts to shovel some of this food into Tupperware and away from the general public. Yep, this'll be fine. Anyways.
Of course it's fine. Oh, I feel like I need to make a small clarification from last time. With the chinchillas that we ordered, the 203 chinchillas, I did mention that each of the goblins got one chinchilla. We have 203 goblins that we are staffed. They each get their own chinchilla. Apparently our acolytes thought we were feeding the goblins chinchillas. They did not. They are pets.
Oh, of course not.
They are pets. Everyone knows that every goblin loves a chinchilla pet. There was no eating of cute chinchillas.
Everyone knows that goblins eat bunnies, not chinchillas. That's absurd.
Not also. Jerry drops his plate as he looks at you. I'm a vegetarian, Arbiter.
Sorry, Jerry. How's your mom? She doing okay? Get the bunions removed?
Yeah, she's doing better. Thanks for asking. And he picks up his carrots and celery that he dropped on the floor. Great. Way to go.
Sorry, I forgot he was standing there. Anyway, Grandmaster, it's getting to be that time. Deathmatch?
Yes, deathmatch. Assuming that you can make this right to Jerry and put on, someone absolutely fantastic, ideally 2 fantastic champions. So I'm assuming you're going to deliver, correct?
I think that I've done very well for myself this week, Grandmaster. Not only are these champions ferocious and fierce, but they are also master and student.
Oh.
Yeah, they needed to fight to the death anyway, so I figured, 2 birds, 1 stone. They could do it here. We could get a death match. They could get their thing done. I mean,
I like this.
Yeah,
Yeah, bring them out. I want to hear a little bit more from them.
Yeah, and as the Arbiter claps his hands and the sound waves ripple, it just rips a hole in time and space as a portal just rips open with a chaotic burst of energy. All right, Grandmaster, for your pleasure this evening, Ayan versus Alma. Alma, present yourself to the Grandmaster Elucia Skypiercer.
Hello everybody! It is I, Alma, the student of wild magic sorcery. And you see this Earth Genasi, gray skin with cracked dried mud all around their face. and like charcoal black hair and gray and white elven armor. and just definitely a young energy, but like a ferocious, like super hyper energy. And Alma, they just look around and they're wild-eyed. Tonight I will prove once and for all that I have become not the student but the master. As I show my old teacher just one thing or two exactly how to take whatever they taught and just rise it up to utter supremacy. Ah!
Oh, that sounds fantastic. Well, Ion, introduce yourself to the Grand Master.
I would be happy to. And this tall minotaur walks into the arena, horns aloft, pierced through with these gold bands, gold rings all through over their horns. And they have this long, wavy blue hair that is sort of flowing right behind them. There's no wind in this arena, and yet somehow their hair doesn't stop flowing. And as they walk into the arena, they're bandaging their arms with these wraps and looking very, very unimpressed with Alma. As they walk in and they look at them, I thought I taught you better than to boast.
I will boast because I know my powers of wealth usurp yours.
This is not what I wanted you to learn. I feel like I failed as a mentor after all of these years. You don't deserve this position that we're fighting for. Why don't you go home? Save us both the trouble.
Well. Grandmaster, did I tell you?
These are some harsh words. No, you did not hold back. I see the feisty mentee here, full of energy, and the very secured and power mentor here, clearly well-versed in battle. You know, both of them really bringing an energy. I'm kind of curious if expertise will trump or will the passion consume this fight overall? Tell me. Mentor, mentee. Which do you think Arbiter will win of these?
Grandmaster, who can really say? Obviously, there's time and power in the mentor, but you know that I am a fan of the underdog.
That's fair. Ion, obviously being a mentor, surely you also know the weaknesses of your mentee. I'm kind of curious. Do you really think there's a threat here?
Not at all. I simply lament that I even have to do this in the first place. That offer to go home is for your own good, Alma.
Alma, will you take such advice? Please tell me. Go home, save your soul. Does that fall on deaf ears?
Oh, not only does it fall on deaf ears, I know that you have gotten weak with all your years, and I, with my spry body and creative energy, will show you things that you could only have ever dreamed of, but you would have forgotten because you're old and you don't have a very good memory anymore.
I like the argument, though. I'm going to say I'm not going to mention how old I am, so I don't fall into that category.
Not a day over 3,000.
Thank you. Arbiter, I think these two are ready to kick the dust up a little bit. How about you take them to, a treasured temple of mine? Think you can do that for us?
I think I have the perfect spot, Grandmaster, as he claps his hands once again and the sound waves ripple and just rip open another portal. And as it does, the breeze of fresh air and the sounds of birds fill the room as you walk through this portal into the Grandmaster's temple.
Welcome, little acolytes. As she looks up to the sky, if you follow her eye line up, you'll notice high into the sky, almost floating above quite magically. A whole crowd of acolytes up above, sitting in the stands, screaming, yelling your names already. They've got their slushies in hand, lollipops, whatever the little swirly candy thing is. I forgot what it's called. The swirly candy that you go
cotton candy?
Cotton candy. The swirly candy.
It looks like cotton.
The cloud candy. Yeah, the cotton candy.
Why don't they call it cloud candy?
Cotton doesn't look like that to me. I'm just telling you. Okay, the cloud candy in pinks and blues and purples and oranges, and it's just a magnificent color all throughout as they scream and cheer. Champions! I bring you to a sacred ground loved by my acolytes, one of the many temples that they've built to me. Now, while I do love it, it is in need of renovation, so feel free to destroy it as need be, as we'll be building brand new anyway. As you look around, you find yourself in this temple, stone ground below you, pebbles all around, clear lights. Now, while there are slight holes here or there, it does create a bit of a shelter, and as you look out, over to the east. I know my directions. East. There's an open courtyard with 2 statues of the Grand Master, almost barring the front of this. High above, as if it's a pillar in the sky. Anything else around has a drop edge that is at least 75 feet. Trust me, if you fall, it will hurt, and you may not be getting back up. So please, be sure that if you want to continue this fight, that you keep your feet on this small little island in the sky. And of course, true to my name and true to my temple, spill blood here. And with that, the Grand Master flies high to the sky, still keeping her eyes on the champions. Alma, Aya, please make sure that you give us a show, that you prove to us who is the one worthy to have the title of champion, who is the one worthy to take position among your group, who is the true leader and vicious assassin tonight. And with that, the Grand Master flies high and takes her seat next to Doug the Pug, holding now her own little cloud candy called cotton candy or whatever. Arbiter, kick things off.
Very well, Grand Master, as the Arbiter also likewise flares his white glowing wings, soars into the sky. Acolytes, are you ready for blood? As the crowd cheers, some guy rips open his shirt, starts swirling it around. He's got a huge tattoo of the Grand Master's face all across his stomach as his fat just jiggles around, and he's spilling beer all over himself.
All sorts of fun.
As the crowd just going wild, throwing popcorn everywhere. Very well, champions. I need you to roll initiative. Up there at that fist icon again.
Cool. A hot 3. Oh my gosh!
It's a nat 20!
So sorry.
How could this happen?
Alma with a nat 20. Alma with a 9. Alma, you will be the first to act here in round number 1. But first, Acolytes, you have already triggered a chaos event. Grandmaster, what have they won?
Oh, I love it. I love it. Alma, with that nat 20, not only are you quicker on the draw, I'm going to have you roll another D20 and we're going to times it by 2 to see what chaotic event we will summon for our first terrible, terrible thing. Go ahead and give us that lovely roll. See what comes of it.
All right.
Oh, it's a nat 1!
From best to worst, I'm good. Good.
That is absolutely
Are
insane.
you kidding me? Well, I guess better to get rid of it now when it doesn't actually impact you as dramatically or uniquely. high in the sky, which you both can easily see. A small silver disc appears and begins plummeting towards as you notice it getting bigger and bigger. I need both of you to roll survival checks for me. Actually, let's change that. You could choose survival or history. Let me know what you roll. You can choose either or. Let me know what you end up with.
I'll keep the roll, but it's history, so you add another one. So 15.
Okay, 15
And a 20 for Alma.
and a 20. Both of you are familiar at least enough. Even with a 15, you notice that the silver disc is clearly metallic. And it's coming down quite heavily. You almost see above it that it's swinging a little bit on a chain. From where, who knows, as if the heavens itself have dropped it down. But as it pummels and gets closer and closer to the earth, Alma, with that 20, you will know even more so that this is a magnet that is coming closer to the ground. And you know how magnets work.
Science.
I think I did learn that somewhere.
Science!
Or magic,
At the
maybe.
end of this round, this magnet will be close enough, 10 feet off the ground, and will pull towards it, meaning you will both need to make strength checks. Or you can abandon anything metallic that you wear or wield.
Oh, all right.
Alright.
Chaos has
Sky
been
magnet.
served.
You know, everyone has a sky magnet.
Well, yeah, of course. We had it installed last
Yeah.
fall. You really can't. You just need to get one, obviously.
Yeah. Jerry put that up there. He was really, it was a personal request. He was very excited about it. So we thought, why not?
Yeah. It's a,
For Jerry.
plus the resale value on it just, it holds its value the whole time. Really ups the value of your arena.
Yeah. It's like a motorcycle, honestly.
Yeah, it just doesn't lose value. Everyone needs a giant magnet, so they're always in demand.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we're ready for round number 1. Alma, you are the first to act.
All right. So the first thing that Alma does is look up at this giant magnet, look back at their old teacher, and they decide. Oh wait, I gotta see. Do I have something? I think I have something. A feature. Yes, a feature. Yes, I have Quicken Spell. So I'm going to
Ooh.
use 2 sorcery points so that I can cast a spell as a bonus action, in which I am going. Oh, did I do that? I didn't mean to. What was that? I don't know what I rolled that for.
That's okay.
You're just throwing
I want-
dice left or right now?
I guess just here.
Keep it together.
Okay.
It's all those years of inexperience right there, Grandmaster.
Yeah, dice coming out of everywhere. Everywhere there's a dice. So I'm going to
Dice coming out of holes I didn't even know of. This is interesting.
almost going to cast Firebolt
Okay.
at her old mentor. So let's do an attack. Does that hit?
Does a 19 hit Ion?
It does indeed, unfortunately.
Excellent. So that does nine things of fire damage. And I think for her action then, she is going to prepare a dimension door so that when the magnet gets close enough, she's going to dimension door above it, a good, like, I don't know, just 20 feet above it, I guess, and so she can avoid the magnet.
Okay. Little firebolt action coming out there. Nice opening move. Little preparation.
I feel like
for-
we're playing chess already. Yeah, thinking a couple steps ahead.
Yeah, almost playing the long game here, just seeing 50 moves. All right. Anything else? Any movement? Anything else for your turn, Alma?
That is it for Alma. I think you just see Alma like crouch and just getting ready, like vibrating with magic to get ready to shoot up when the magnet comes.
Okay. Perfect. All right, then, Ion, it is your turn to act in round number 1.
I think Ion was getting ready, was still wrapping their forearms with their bandages when Alma manages to get this firebolt off on them, and they get hit square in the chest, and they kind of like reel back a little. I see you haven't learned to wait your turn. And they sort of like flourish their arm, and they cast mage armor as this sort of like blue light starts to encircle them. And you can tell that they are essentially like protecting themselves from any other future attack that you might make on them. And I have a question for you, Alma. Is it clear what you are getting ready to do?
I don't think you'd have any clue. There's no like indication of the exact spell that I'd be doing. You can just see that they're getting into like a stance, and you can sense the weave is like churning, but I don't think you can necessarily tell what Alma's doing inherently.
We could roll for it. We could have you roll stealth versus perception to see if we can pick up. Let's go ahead and give that a shot.
Can I do an insight check?
Yes, since you're looking for something more specific. Stealth is 17, insight 16, just barely missed it. You're like, it looks like something.
I think Ion recognizes that Alma is gearing up to do something, and it clearly has something to do with this disc on the top, but they still haven't recognized that it's a magnet. I think they're just like, yes, that is a circling disc. Cool. And so Ion doesn't really want to hurt Alma in this case. They know that they will easily win this battle, and it would be for what? For nothing. And so Ion, I think, looks at Alma, not making eye contact because Alma's eyes are so fixed on this disc, but they look at them with this almost like somber expression, and they say, Alma, don't go anywhere. And they cast Hold Person in order to keep Alma, because in their head, they're trying to keep Alma from being able to attack or being able to cast any magic going forward. So that is a DC 16 wisdom save that you will need to make.
Big brain time.
Wisdom.
This is clever.
Where? Oh, there it is. You said saving throw?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 4.
Ooh.
So Alma, you feel your body start to grow rigid a little bit as you are paralyzed to the spot in the exact position, your crouching, ready position that you were in, staring at this disc. And Ion, still across from you in the arena, not getting any closer to you, calls out to you, Alma, we don't have to do this. You can forfeit, you know.
You think I will forfeit to you? Never! You deserve to kill me!
I taught you everything you know, you fool! You don't think I know every one of your spells, your attacks, your strategies?
You don't know everything! I've got this under control!
And Ion just kind of sighs and shakes their head. Just this deep ancestral sighs. They're like, ugh. And that is going to be my turn.
I like that, sighs ancestrally.
All right, very well.
The exhale of 1,000 ancients.
Grandmaster.
Every lesson that has come before us.
Yes.
The acolytes have summoned the box of chaos.
Yes! Arbiter, put that box of chaos on the map. Alma, Ion, let me tell you, this box of chaos is a gift of beauty from our acolytes. They summon this from another plane, and it comes to you at your feet. Whoever gets to it, either both of you, may offer something of sacrifice of any value, something that you hold dear. Maybe it's your opponent, maybe it's their soul, maybe it's a lock of hair, your treasured weapon, a drop of blood. All of these have been things before. Know that the door is open and welcoming of many. many things. And when you do, something precious will be given to you. Whether it's helpful or not, well, that's just random. So we'll see. The Box of Chaos is a free action, so I encourage you to get to it if you can. And may I also note that our acolytes are loving this fight and have granted both of you hero points already. So know that you can go that extra mile. Think of it as chugging that caffeinated drink to charge you up so that you may be energized to take whatever action it may be to win this fight and the promotion that you're both vying for. Now, the only thing that I ask is, don't die with it. All right. That should be pretty good. Now, that is the end of the round, correct?
It is Grandmaster, and I don't know. I don't want to tell you how to do your business here in the arena, but
Then don't.
there is another chaos event.
I know. I know. I was gonna have us start the
Oh,
one that we
I see.
already started,
you wanted to,
and then get
you wanted
to
to slow play it.
There's a
Sure.
timing.
Sure.
There's a timing.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, you ruined it. You ruined it. Arbiter goes turnaround or something. You're in timeout for a second. This means that now that the round is over, you see this giant silver disc appear, almost as big as this medallion that you see embedded in the ground before you. Shiny and sleek silver circles all around it, almost like a tree ring. It's beautiful and futuristic looking. The chain heavy that it weighs upon, just shifting a little bit to the right or left. And as it does, it begins to hum quite loudly and shakes and vibrates, and you feel it begin to tug. Tell me, Alma first, Ion second, what metallic items do you have, if any at all, on you?
I've got a dagger,
I love the commitment.
and there's elven armor, I guess.
And since you are held, you are unable to take those off. Ion, what do you have?
I have a dagger, a small knife, a hammer, some manacles, a steel mirror. I got a lot of things.
My bones are made of metal, etc.
Woodward thing coming out. Where do you keep all of these? It's amazing. This is someone who came prepared for battle. Listen, you never go without a weapon. As it begins to hum, you either have the choice to drop those items and let them be picked up, or you have to make a strength saving throw. Alma, as a whole person, is it disadvantage or do you automatically fail?
They fail.
Automatic fail.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
And I can't take it off either, so.
Yeah, you're just there. Fair enough. So before we describe what happens to you in your held state, well, Ion, what would you like to do with your mini weapons?
I think given that I didn't roll well enough to know that it was a magnet before, I will not drop my stuff and I will make that save.
Very good. All right. DC strength saving throw of 14. Go ahead and give us a good roll for this.
A 12 is not going to get it done.
Oh, Ducky. No, I was cheering for you. I thought you'd have it.
The playfield isn't even now, isn't it?
As you both feel the tug, and Alma, you are almost immediately, woof, and you hit that metal plate so hard as your entire body covered to head to toe in this armor is there. You are going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you smack your body so hard into this magnet. Ion, since this is just your weapons and your grip is there, those are dragged there first. You are only going to take 2 points of damage. But now, both of you, 10 feet in the air, I'll let you decide if your face or back is facing the magnet, whatever you would like. Player's choice on this end, but you are both there, side by side, 5 feet apart, stuck to this magnet for 1 round. While you are there, Ion, Give me a D20 to see what our second chaotic event will be summoned, and we will times it by 2.
Also,
I
Ayana,
got a 9.
I need you to
All
make
right.
me a con save for your concentration. Gotta be to 10. Oh, you did it! Very well, hold person's still in place for now.
So you are stuck to the magnet and just stuck too. A nice double binding there.
I'm waiting to make my move. This is all, it's part of the plan.
It's going swimmingly well. I see this chaotic event. I'm going to keep it secret until the end of this round. I think it's going to be quite fun. Don't worry, Arbiter. I'm going to whisper you and let you know how we can prepare for this. Let's go ahead and begin after you give me the roll, Arbiter, from you. Please give me a D20 roll.
Very well,
May it not
Grandmaster.
be embarrassing.
Oh, it's a 13. That's not
Okay,
bad.
That's respectable. It's not bad. It's
That's
not bad. Go
That's-
ahead.
It could be better, but it could be worse.
Okay, are you going to keep... Okay, it's
I
a
might
13.
just keep
We're not going
talking.
to talk forever about it. No. Go ahead and start round 2.
Fine. Round number 2. Fight. Alma, you are still paralyzed. You do have a hero point, though. Otherwise, you'll be making a save at the end of your turn.
You know what? I should really just try the hero point because I'm in a really desperate situation right now.
Okay. How do you want to use this hero point? What's it look like as you're trying to use it to free yourself?
Yeah, I think Alma is just using all of their might to just break out of this whole person so that the dimension door can finally trigger and just poof, shoot to the other side of the magnet on top of it.
All right. With that hero point, we will give you advantage on the wisdom save to try to break this hold person as you concentrate. It's a 12. I believe it has to be a 16, correct? Yeah, wisdom
It
save.
does.
So with advantage, hopefully.
No!
Using the hero point, struggling with all your might inside you feel like almost like it's gonna wiggle, like when Captain America starts to pick up Mjolnir and it wiggles just a little bit, and you think for a second like, oh yeah, I got it, and then magnet still sticks you right there. You're a held person. All right, end of you.
Maybe a little more experience would have made you familiar of how to break this.
Look, well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm in exactly where I want him. This is great. This is great. This is
I'm sorry, what are you
perfect right
saying?
now. I'm saying that this is awesome.
As
Feisty energy. I love it.
And that's all Alma can do.
As you sit there tied to this magnet, both of you, the magnet will lift itself 30 feet till it's 30 feet off of the ground, at which point the Arbiter will stand up. Grandmaster, you mind if I deal a little chaos?
Not until the end of this round. You
You're
hold.
gonna make me wait till the end?
your- Yes, of course you're gonna wait till
on.
the end.
Fine.
Almost held, so are you. Consider that at least until the end of this round.
Fine. Ayan, it is your turn.
You embarrass me, Alma. I taught you how to get rid of this. And they can't quite, I think, wave their hand, but they kind of like move it along this magnet, and they let go of hold person, so Alma is able to move again. And they, if I may, Grandmaster and Arbiter, they are going to cast Lightning Lure on the ground beneath them and try and use the lightning as a rope. They're with one hand gonna grab their dagger, which was actually their ceremonial dagger that they were given when they graduated from this academy that Alma, if you wait long enough, you will graduate from too. Grabbing the dagger with one hand, trying to take it with them, and if I may, with one fell swoop, is going to pull down onto the ground and give this dagger to the box of chaos.
We are definitely giving you a chance to do that because hell, that's fucking awesome.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, that was so cool sounding. I'm trying to think what would be the best role for this.
Yeah, roll
The
your
lightning lure?
roll your spell attack to try to hit the box.
So it's technically a save of DC 16
Yeah.
strength.
Go ahead and roll your spell attack.
Okay, cool.
Just to
Yeah.
this will be kind of your strength to pull yourself towards that box.
All
Yeah,
right.
you-
So my spell
yeah.
attack mod is a D. Is it? There we go.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh yeah,
With a 19. Yeah, you cast that lightning as if it is a perfect rope straight to that box, and that box opens up just in time so it goes deep within it into this vast abyss, and a creature on the other end, you see his long dark fingers reach out and grab the other end of that lightning as you crawl towards him.
All right. As you pull yourself and you crawl down that lightning rope towards the box of chaos, the lid creaks open, and two shadowy hands creep out. You see the yellow eyes of Gerald as he peeks his way out the side. Why is your lightning on me?
It's the only thing I could think of to get to you. Here, and they hold out their dagger with the other hand.
Ooh, a ceremonial dagger. As he reaches out, I could use one of these. He takes it down. I'll be right back. As he does that thing where, it's like the elevator or like the walk where you're like pretending there are stairs. He walks down into the box and closes the lid, and the box begins to rumble and shake, and then the lid flips open violently as yellow and purple fire just spread out all over and shoot up in a column. But there is no heat to this fire, but it's just a magical fire that just spreads everywhere, kind of blinding you for almost a second. I need you to roll me a 1. Actually, roll me 2 D10s and take the better of them. The better of the two. A 7. All right. With a 7, go ahead and roll me a D100 now. Perfect. All right. I'll give you just a minute here. The 81. Okay, as that box flings open and this fire flips out everywhere, roll me another D10.
That's a 4.
A 4. Okay. As the lid flips open, the box, Gerald pops up and he's holding some metallic armor, unaffected actually by the magnet, has some sort of properties resisting that magnetic effect, but floats this armor over to you. This is armor of resistance. And while you wear this armor, you will be resistant to force damage. All force damage you will be resistance to. This will add a +1 to your AC.
Would you like it on?
Yes, please.
Okay, the Grandmaster snaps her fingers and it's automatically on you. It fits exactly how you want. Feel free to describe it, how it just looks and feels, however you'd like.
I think it's a sleeveless chest piece specifically, and it just kind of like fits on, and it's splintered through with this blue lightning, actually, crackling and roiling all over it from the back into the front, just like moving along harmlessly.
Beauty.
That's super
Beauty.
cool.
Beauty and grace has now appeared onto our floor. I love it.
Thank you, Gerald. This will come in handy.
Yeah, no problem. You might be the first person to ever say thank you.
Well, that's a shame. Really.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer when I think about it. It wasn't a big deal before, but now I kind of like...
Here, And they pull into their pocket and they pull out a business card and they hand it to Gerald.
He takes the business card. What's this for?
Well, it's for the Academy of Assassins. I'm not sure if you're really interested, but I mean, we have benefits. It seems like nobody really appreciates you here. No offense, Grandmaster or Arbiter, but...
No, I respect it. You know, this is a good lesson for all of us. Always network. You never know.
I mean, technically, this is a sacrifice too. So, because the paper is not free, he's gonna hand you a healing potion, just a basic level healing potion. Here, you know, it's kind of my business card as well as he's got just Gerald scribbled on the side of it with like a permanent marker.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I will make sure to take this. And they kind of uncork it and drink it.
All right, go ahead and roll that healing potion. Just a basic level healing potion.
That's a D4 or D6? I can't remember.
D4.
D4 plus 4.
Yep.
I believe. I thought.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is.
It's got on the bottle is Gerald's name, and then it's like Gerald 1972 at yahoo.com.
What's the 72
Love to
for?
our Yahoo emails.
All right. Anything else for your turn as you lightning lure your way down here, and then
No,
go ahead.
I'm just hanging on to the lure.
Yeah, with that lure, you're able to pull yourself free of the magnet. You're actually kind of pulled yourself away from that magnet's force. It's high enough up now that it's not pulling you anymore, so you are free of that. Alma. Oh wait, that's the end of the round. Grandmaster, end of the round.
Yeah. That's end of the round. Are you ready, Arbiter? For the chaotic event.
I am ready.
All right. Perfect.
Very
and
ready.
As the Grandmaster and Arbiter both stand at the very tip of their platform, from behind their backs, they pull out two very large metal chairs. Ah! All right. Let's have someone roll. You know what? Alma, since you're held, roll a d4. If you roll even, you will be a victim of the Arbiter. If you roll odd, the Grandmaster will come for you.
Okay, here we go.
Figure out who your enemy is. Ion will be a victim of whoever is left. Odd! I will be the one attacking you! And thus, the Arbiter will go for Ion. And as we do, almost a beautiful synchronized swan dive down towards the arena floor. You see both of us, like hair flown back, screaming, falcon dive down. Why do I sound like a haggard witch and you actually sound like a rock star?
A lot of practice, Grandmaster. A lot of practice.
Okay, my bad.
No regard
The
for my vocal cords.
Grandmaster flies down. Arbiter, you may do your damage first.
All right, very well. I have to roll the hit, or are we just doing damage?
Oh no, guarantee hit.
Oh, guaranteed. I love that.
We don't miss.
Love that. All right, give me 1 second. Hold on, all my dice have messed up.
You will do a D8 of damage
As
with
the Arbiter
your
comes
metal
down.
chair.
Right as he's about to hit Ion, his wings are white and glowing, kind of glint off the sun. He does a kind of almost a corkscrew move, like a barrel roll as he gets to you, just to get a little more oomph in that chair, swinging it through with fucking 1 point of damage.
Ow.
As he spins, it just kind of overspins a little bit and comes in a sideways angle and has to kind of like tap you over the back of his shoulder. Damn it. Not my best work. As he flies back up to this perch with the Grandmaster.
I think it's the Minotaur strength. He can't quite beat that.
Yeah, no, it's tough skin. Tough crowd.
The Grandmaster still falling. She gets to roll with a D8 plus 1 because she's stronger and better than the Arbiter. Rolling
Damn
for
it.
7 points of damage for Alma. Sorry, but you pulled the short end of the stick on this one. You take that head on, but it does shake you free of the magnetic pull, so you do drop to the ground. Still held, but no longer held by the magnet as it quickly zips back high into the sky as if it were never there. Though there is a small gaping hole through the clouds where there's now just a circle. It's the hole in the ozone layer. I don't know. So it's gone.
It was us. We did it.
It was us. We put the hole in the ozone layer. Just kidding. We recycle everything. We're very green in this place. So with that, now gone. Alma, you're on the floor. Arbiter, I need you to roll 2 d20s. One for your own chaotic event, and another because there's another chaotic event summoned on to this. There is a non-stop plea for chaos from the acolytes, just trying to do their worst.
All right,
So,
very well.
what did you roll for me,
13
Arbiter?
for my roll Grandmaster, and then
Okay.
15 for the chaotic event.
Okay. 13 bumps us up to 26 because I can do math.
Well done.
Okay.
Good job.
All right. On this end, I'm timesing it by 2 for 30 because the acolytes love you all so much. You look high to the sky. Their screams become wild, frantic. They're leaning over the edges, cameras at the ready, cell phones high up. They're recording, capturing everything. But everyone wants the best shot so they can put it on TikTok. So they become world famous. They become crawling over each other so much so that they begin to fall into the arena, trying to take pictures of you. This is a paparazzi storm as they begin to invade the arena towards you all. I need you both to make stealth checks as you try to escape our paparazzi, or you will become blinded for 1 round from all of the flashes.
Do I fail a stealth check for whole person?
You're not
not
held
held.
anymore. I let go
Oh.
of that last round.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Let me stealth check.
So if you want to re-roll that again, DC 12, or you will be blinded by the flashing lights. Not great.
An 11 and a 9. You are
Both
both
of you.
blinded. Both blinded.
You're used to the quiet assassin life where no one notices you. I'm so sorry. But our crowds become overwhelming. Their flashes so bright. They just want to see you. They can't get enough of you. You are both blinded. You can still attack. You can still roll to see if you can perceive them using any of your other senses. Can we get a selfie? They yell out again and again. Pose for us. Go ahead and describe your best pose, at least for the cameras, before we kick off this next round.
I think
Pose.
Alma is just still reeling from like getting unfrozen finally and falling after getting whacked with the chair. So she's just like, she's trying to be like, yeah, but it's coming off more like,
Beautiful, beautiful. Ion, what do you look like in all of your poses?
I think Ayan doesn't understand what a selfie is, and so when everybody is yelling out, "Can I take a selfie? Can I take a selfie? Can you sign this?" They're just kind of like, "What? What is a selfie? Do you want a shelf? I don't understand." And they're just kind of like confused and standing there and like probably like bumbling around trying to like fend off all of these people.
I love it. Arms kind of everywhere. Feels very action shot. Maybe even a little accidentally rock confused look sort of thing. Very cool. Very, very nice. Accidentally cool are 2 models now blinded. Gerald in his last pose. All right, he peers almost in a Marilyn Monroe dress. The air, poof, the fiery flames pushing that dress up. Ooh, and he covers himself just a little bit, blushing cheeks over his dark, shadowy figure. Gerald back in the box.
Fine. As he closes the lid. I'm gonna take that new job at the assassin's place.
Let us begin our next round, and then we'll take a little snack break. Popcorn, nuts, water.
That sounds good. I could eat some nuts.
Excellent, excellent. Let us begin our next round, round 3.
Number 3.
Alma's really hurting right now. They've taken some good hits already. So they're blinded. They're trying to hear I'm making noise, being like, "What's a selfie?" I don't know. And I think just casts gust of wind in the direction of Amin, and be like, "You should have never let me go, Professor. You should have never let me go. It's like Titanic. You'll never let go." And just whoosh, a gust of wind in the direction of. So let's see. Let's see. You must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you. The DC is 16 strength.
I do not make it.
All right. So you are pushed 15 feet back. And let's see. Is there no damage on this?
I don't believe
pushed back.
so.
It's just pushing you back. Excellent.
It does make Ion look super cool, though. Like, again, hair just majestic, amazing, but their feet do slide back that distance closer to the edge.
And I think very hesitantly, since Alma can't see, they are going to just like try to take a few steps towards the crowd and be like, "Is this not the bloodshed that you've asked for?" Ah!
The crowd looks down.
But meanwhile, you see their feet like feeling around for the edge of the map, like, just to make sure they don't fall off.
Go ahead and give me a survival check to see how well you stumble over to this area.
Well, let's see.
Kind of curious how well you navigate this space with no eyes. Are you not entertained? You quickly hear the acolytes respond to you in screams as you stumble. You kind of bump your toe pretty hard against one of those rocks. It's not actual damage, but it does hurt your big toe for a bit.
And I think Alma just tries to like play off. Entertainment!
So smooth. We never noticed a thing. Perfect.
Quite the
Anything
showman.
else for your turn? Bonus actions?
No, I think that's it. I think Alma just needs to be able to see and like have full use of all their faculties at some point in this game.
One of these days.
Can't move, can't see. Just like one after another.
Perfect. Ion, what would you like to do for yours? Still blinded, a little bit moved back. You feel the dirt moving beneath your feet, but you feel slightly refreshed.
Just slightly. I think Ion like felt the wind push against them and they like moved back and they braced themselves, I think, against the floor. And they kind of listened to try and hear where Alma's voice is coming from, because Alma's being quite loud, pandering to the crowd, being much too cocky as always, and that will be your downfall, my dear. As Ayan uses one sorcery point to use Distance Spell and then casts Vampiric Touch, just closing their eyes. Vampiric Touch based on the sound of where Alma's voice is coming from towards them.
Okay, because
That is a great combo.
yeah. Oh, it's a nat 20!
Who needs eyes? Killing it.
As Alma's just kind of screaming, being so loud, it's unmistakable where that sound is coming from. You're able to do it even blinded. Whoo! With a critical hit, that is 32 points of damage.
Dang.
All right.
A
So,
significant
Alma.
blow.
I think as you're pandering to this crowd, your arms up, yelling out to everybody in the stands, suddenly I think you start to feel a little bit weaker. Your voice starts to falter and your legs start to shake as you can feel this necrotic damage, this life start to seep out of you, and you recognize the spell. I think you inherently know what's happening, and you know that it's being leached into Ayan. And if I may, I am going to try and walk towards Alma. Again, I'm blinded, so I don't know how well that works out, but I'm going to try and get closer to them.
Yeah, you could try. Go ahead and give me a survival as well to see how well you walk across this rocky pathway. And you're making quite a distance. 14. Not so bad. You are slow, and you walk with your hands out, clearly indicating you're not quite sure where you're going. A little sidestep here, a little sidestep there. But you do make it at least your full distance, if you'd like. As the crowd just watches in silence as they see you stumble over there very quietly.
I think Alma can probably also hear like me walking. It's not very stealthy at all. Like there's like rocks crumbling underneath as I'm trying to like find my way. So Alma, like you know that I'm coming. It's not like a surprise or anything like that. Alma,
You kick pebbles.
Yeah, just like rocks going everywhere. Alma, I'm telling you, you don't have to do this. Stop right now.
No, it's fine. I've got you right where I want you. I'm just letting you think you're gonna win, just, so you feel good about yourself in the morning that you almost had me.
And Ayan turns to the crowd. Have mercy on Alma. Tell them that this is foolish. Don't you have any empathy for them? If they won't listen, convince them, please.
Your pleas echo throughout the arena as they were silent and watching you wander towards your dear mentee. Seeing the passion in your heart and eyes, it moves the Grandmaster's heart. But she is unwavering. I hear what you ask for, but know that in all of life we are fools, and the only thing that we can do is fight for ourselves and fight for what we want. If this is what Alma wants, they will fight to defend themselves, and we will give them the space to do so. I ask that in return you respect their wishes, that as that mentee grows, you see their strength as is. Thoughts to think upon. Arbiter, I need a throw from you.
Very well, Grand Master. I can't roll dice with these chains. Maybe you could just take them off for like just 10 minutes, like 10 minutes.
No, not at all. No chance. Not at all.
10.
You tried to overthrow the Dread Fortress.
That was like
and with that,
2 months ago.
A little huff. Stepping in front of you now, Arbiter, is a tiny, cute little pug with his plush D20 in his mouth, and with a little hip and hop in his step, he rolls his own plushy D20 with a happy 13, clearly rolling higher.
I rolled a 13
and
earlier.
He prances. Yeah, okay. He can at least make sure it's consistent. Dog, making his beloved appearance, takes a seat back on his throne. A small miniature version of what the Grandmaster sits on, of course, but also sits much higher than the Arbiter.
The Arbiter's
Perfect.
sitting on like a wooden crate.
But you got like a small like little cushion, like those stadium seat cushions.
Yeah, like the one that's it's already deflated and like I could just feel my ass
But it
bone
says
just
D20
digging
on
into
it.
the
It's
wood.
branded. It's fine.
Yeah.
With that, we will go ahead and take our break. Dear acolytes, keep this fight in mind. We will see you all in 10 minutes as we continue to observe the fierceness and the experience beauty of the fight from our wonderful, wonderful champions. Who will reign victorious? We'll see you all soon.
Phantasmal Killer. Oh, Lumos, what are your nightmares? What are your nightmares?
Your mom.
What's
Got him.
what you're going to see, your deepest, darkest fear, is my mom standing right in front of you, looking deadly and murderous. She like throws a cookie at you, but like it's a very burnt cookie, so like it's honestly a shuriken at this point, and throws it right at Lumos.
33 points of damage. A significant hit to Lumos the Spark.
Ooh. Nice dice, Dice Daddy. Good roll, Dice Daddy. That's it, Dice Daddy. Don't be shy. Get in there. Thanks, Dice Daddy. Dice Daddy.
Is your dog ready to find love? Well, finally, there is a website just for them at dogsonly.woof. Bow wow.
Far beyond the comforts of home, past the dimly lit taverns, the gently swaying fields, the tallest snow-clad mountain peaks, and above even the golden horizon itself, lies a dark void outside of all space and time. If you're lucky, the dread fortress will call to you, drawing you out of the darkness and into the halls of the Grand Master, Elucia Skypiercer. Though retired from battle, the Grand Master yearns for the days of glory and bloodshed. She has tasked the Arbiter, her servant in all things, to curate a spectacle, a series of games to commemorate her greatness and provide a momentary respite from the dull droning of boredom. Heroes, villains, monsters, and beasts of all shapes and sizes are ripped from time and their plane of existence to fight for survival in her arena. You, Acolyte, are called to bear witness to D20 Deathmatch. You want to direct the chinchillas at Ferndale.
Yeah. Get them away from me. Get them towards Ferndale.
Gonna need you to roll an animal handling check.
I'm gonna die.
As these chinchillas move back towards your direction.
You could try to counter and also try to animal handle them as well.
I just kind of want to get down to their level and just like talk to them. Like it's kind of like a TED talk, but for chinchillas, and convince them to go after Lumos instead of me.
The lead chinchilla is smoking a cigarette. Yeah, I'm not convinced.
Please.
Yeah, sorry, there's nothing I can do about it. You know, union rules. As you now have to make a dexterity saving throw to avoid the chinchillas.
Okay.
All right, welcome back, Acolytes, to the Grand Masters Arena. In the second half of our fight, Alma versus Ayan. Almost forgot, but I didn't.
You have a terrible memory. We knew this.
It's terrible. It's okay. You know, we see people die in the arena every week. I can't remember them all. You know what I mean?
You can, actually. We write them down. It's that easy.
Oh, yeah, it's fair.
Are you illiterate? You do our taxes. You can't be.
I didn't ask to do the taxes. You're making me do the taxes.
Have you been filing them properly?
I mean, I've been coloring in the boxes. That's what you're supposed to do,
my
right?
gosh.
Like when there's a box, you color it in.
This is not okay. We're gonna talk about this later. Never mind. Just go ahead and start the next round to distract me from
filled
the
them out.
piles of load I have work to do now.
I filled out every single box. I don't understand what the problem
not
is.
how you're supposed to do that. Not at all. This is not like a paint by numbers situation. No filling in boxes like that.
Whatever. I don't
Great.
care. You do it then. That's fine. If you don't like the way I'm doing it, then you do it. Okay? I think I think I'm just going to get back to the deathmatch now. I'm kind of upset. Round number 4! Alma, you are the first to act in round number 4.
All right, Alma's like, they're hurting a little bit, but they're trying to shake it off. They're like, you know what, Professor, if you even are a professor, I've had about enough of this, so it's time for me to do something about this. And Alma is going to cast Emulation on our dear friend Ion.
Immolation.
Yes. Yes.
Dexterity
So-
saving throw of 16. You are muted, Ion.
So you only take half damage of this.
Which is. Oh, that's a lot of
Whoa.
dice.
Whoa, wow.
So it's 28 of fire damage. This is
Is 28 the half number, or is that the full?
No, that's the full, so you would take 14. And I think Alma just sort of like does a little, almost like Doctor Strange little hand magic, and just like flings it at Almond, and just you feel like it's almost like you need some Tums. You just feel some like burning deep inside, and all of a sudden you just like explode into flame. But because you did save on it, it's not as bad as it could have been. It's like you just like little volcanic eruptions on parts of your body, but it's like it doesn't fully erupt. It just kind of hurts a bit, but you're okay. You're
Like a
okay.
bad
It's not
sunburn.
so bad. It's just small volcanic eruptions all over your body.
Yeah.
Right. It's
No
fine.
big
This is
deal.
fine.
Some people
then,
use it as a spa treatment, okay?
It's cool.
Right.
It's like a hot stone massage.
Some people wanted a tan. It's like an insta tan.
Yeah.
I think then let's see, how do I do the rule of things? Yes. That's how I do the thing. Alma's gonna get some distance. Just going to the complete opposite. Oh, now I need to I swear. I'm trying to move now.
You have to
Here.
click on
I'll
the
just-
yeah, there you go.
I'll just do that. Moves as far away. Is going to use 2 sorcery points to again use some quicken spell, so that they can. Where's quicken spell?
Cast a spell as a bonus action.
Yep.
Nice.
And
Boop, 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 boop.
I think gonna cast darkness, which is like a sphere of darkness on a point of choice, and going to cast it like basically in the spot that is centered on Imon. Come on, do the thing.
We're really playing with the senses this time around.
There we go. Cast spell. There we
We're-
go, right there.
We're almost at, or where Ion's at.
Where Imon's at.
Oh, where you're at.
This is on top of me.
Oh wait, okay, yeah.
Yep, so now you can't see anything. Unless... Go for it.
Sorry, finish your thought.
You can't. A creature with dark vision can't see through this. Nothing can see through this. No light can penetrate except for if you have magical light, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, can magical light work in there?
You'd have to have something like magical vision to see through it.
It says, and non-magical light can illuminate it. So it doesn't say anything about magical light.
Okay.
That's okay. Because as you cast this spell and this cloud of darkness literally starts to form around Ion, they twirl their hand, both of their hands, kind of in like a motion trying to dispel the cloud, and they cast Counterspell. What level spell is darkness?
That's a level 2 spell.
Then as they flick their hands, these clouds, I think, start to part. For flavor, maybe the clouds still stay around. Like, they don't actually really cause any sort of blindness or any sort of real darkness anymore. They're still around, but I think you can see through them. And as these clouds start to part, Ion is looking straight at you.
Oh.
All right, then. If you want to fight, like the Grandmaster said, I will honor your decision.
That
But I
was
won't make
super
it easy.
badass sounding. Sorry. This is super badass. Roll for intimidation. Alma, counter with insight. If you can see through,
Oh.
you cannot. You are intimidated. For your next roll, should it be any kind, you will roll minus a 1d4. You're a little scared at this point. Not enough to show it, but there's a little bit of doubt of, can I take on my mentor? Very
Fair.
good. Now, Alma, you get to cast a second spell, correct?
That was the second
No,
spell.
I did
No.
the immolation and then
That's right, immolation.
And movements.
Apologies.
So, all right then. Ion,
Yep,
it is your
I'm all good to
turn.
go.
Good.
Ion, I think, stays where they are, keeping that distance between Alma and themselves. And they bring their hands down and they raise them slowly. And as they do so, the ground starts to crack. Fissures in the rocks start to form, and a hand pops out as Ion casts Summon Undead.
There are a lot of undead here in the ground. You easily find one. An old champion begins to creep and crawl and scratch its way to serve you now.
What kind of creatures are you summoning? These zombies or skeletons?
So I think it's a single creature that I get, and
Okay.
the creature itself, I think, is almost like a ghostly spirit of some
Okay.
kind. It's more like shadow than any like skeletal form.
Like the ghosts. Good.
Uh,
Spirit.
Alma's gonna take a reaction and cast counterspell right back at you.
Oh!
What level is that spell?
That is a level 3 spell, so it does in fact get countered.
So I think Alma just sees something coming out of the ground and just like puts her hand down, but you can feel like a magical weave of glowing light between. She's like, "No, not today. Go back into the ground."
And it easily just follows your hand motion back down, not saying a single word. Yeah, nope.
Grandmaster, this is fantastic. It's blow for blow, back and forth. I think this is the first time we've ever seen anybody use counterspell in the arena.
Honestly, yes. The response is smart. They're making sure they're shutting down their opponent every single time. This is what we're looking for. Smart gameplay. The strategy is there. They're pushing each other to the edge. I want to see what happens next.
All right, then fine, if that's how you want to play. In that case, Ion is going to, as a bonus action, cast Misty Step, and they disappear in a cloud of smoke, and they reappear right behind Alma, and they tap you on the shoulder.
What, Professor? What are you doing here?
And I don't think I can actually do anything while I'm here. But
You do
they
have a
just
hero point.
Ooh, then yes, then I'm going to use that hero point. And they are just going to, because I don't have any weapons on me, they were all stolen by the magnet that is up top. So all Ion is going to do is they are going to have lightning start to form around their fist. And they are going to punch Alma in the face, casting Thunderclap. The punch is really just for flavor.
Okay.
Oh, dang. Can I just say I loved your reaction when the Arbiter said you have your hero point? You just made this very adorable sound, like That's what we love to see for hero point.
So that is a DC 16 con save.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That is
The
a
response.
How do you dodge
save.
the punch?
I think Alma just. Oh gosh, I wish I did something else earlier. I think very Matrix style, like Alma's back just bends in ways no human should be able to, and you just slow motion 360 spin around as Alma just whoosh, and the punch goes through, and Alma's much more agile and young, so her back can do this stuff, and as soon as the punch is clear, she just springs back up. You gotta be a little faster than that to get an old Alma.
And that is my turn.
And as you
Someone's been doing yoga. That is a workout right there. Just watching that. Dang.
as you punch with that thunderclap, it just even though you miss, just the force of that punch just like cracks in the air and just rings out throughout the entire arena and just echoes off of all the walls, and the acolytes who are still above you stop for a moment, just stunned by the sound, and then they all just start cheering again, throwing their beers around and just grabbing each other and shaking each other, and shenanigans. All right, into the round, Grandmaster.
Yes. Give me a roll. Forgot to add the last one on too.
Come on, it's a 5.
What is it?
It's a 5.
A 5? Are you kidding me? No. Once again, hopping off of his little pedestal to right in front of you, Doug the pug with his little curl in his tail dances with his cute little Doug butt booty, just shakes a little bit in front of you. You get a really good view of the Doug booty shake. And he hops in front and it looks at you and kind of huffs and goes, "Ruff," as if to say, I'll show you how it's done. And he picks up his plushie once again. And then in a vigorous shake, he throws it out onto the ground. Rolling a nice 10.
The Arbiter looks at Doug
With-
and just
Yeah.
barks,
Did you
barks back at him. As he
not
does that, he
normal.
shifts his face into a wolf face. Just for a second, like a
Doug.
split second.
Roll for intimidation, Arbiter.
Oh yeah.
Doug is not intimidated at all.
Oh.
You bark, but it's almost as if you said, I'm an idiot, and he's not afraid of you.
I don't speak dog.
Because you don't speak dog. You really misspoke there. Doug wins again, but fortunately, thanks to the help of Doug, Arbiter, your own chaotic event may now be summoned. Every now and then we like to throw our Arbiter a bone and let him shake things up.
As the Arbiter
What do you do?
stands up and chains clacking once again. I feel like it's a little hot out, Grandmaster, as he looks up into the sky and he breathes out. It's almost like a fog out of his breath, like it's as if it was really chilly out, just kind of that cloud on a cold day, as that fog grows larger and larger and eventually blots out the sun, and the temperature around you all drops. It becomes dark and cold, and the wind starts to whip, as now you are in the middle of a blizzard with the sun blotted out. Both of you standing roughly still where you were, but as this new surrounding starts to shift and things start to move, it starts to get a little icy around your feet, catches you off guard. I need you both to re-roll initiative.
Yes. As you do, the Grandmaster pulls out a parka, and it's got a little...
Oh, and that one!
Poor Almond.
Woo!
Ion is not very steady on their feet in icy terrain, it would appear.
As you stand there, and you notice that the only light, the only the source of what seems to be light or warmth in this place is actually up inside of the temple, as the that light flickers there with large torches that cast a shadow. And as you both stand here for a second, I need you both to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, you all.
You
2
both
and a 13.
You both will take 2 points of cold damage as you stand out here in this chilling atmosphere as the temperature just continues to drop around you. All right, with that new initiative in a new round, number 1, Alma, you were the first to act.
All right. Alma can see that bright, glimmering light just enough to know that that's exactly where they want to be. So instead of trying to rummage through the darkness, they're just going to cast Dimension Door for real this time to get in there.
Okay.
For real though.
Yeah, no, for real this time.
Not like that time
Seriously.
where they like pretended to do it. So just nice in the middle there. And I think Alma's going to take a chance to yell out there, Professor, it's awfully cold out there in the darkness, isn't it, with all that snow? I know you never really liked snow anyway, did you? The snow always bothered you anyhow. So I hope you enjoy the little bit of light that I'm about to provide you. And Alma's going to cast Sickening Radiance, which is a 30-foot radius sphere. And since she knows exactly where the professor was kind of standing out there, she's just going to... Well, really, it covers like the entire outer courtyard, so she's going to cast that all over.
Dang. That's massive. That's what she said?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll allow it.
You failed to save, right? It's D6 16.
Yes, I got a 12.
So the damage is 26 of radiant damage.
Wow.
Ow.
And you suffer 1 level of exhaustion. And you now emit a dim green lit light in a 5-foot radius. So you can't, if you have anything to make you invisible, you can't take the benefits of invisibility.
Ouch. I think Ion gets hit with this sickening radiance and it literally makes them sick. I think they like stumble back and they can like feel the nausea start to come out in their body, and they are hurting really, really badly in this moment.
Absolutely, as you are just in this sickening radiance. I believe that is your full turn, Alma. Ion, what do you do?
I think Ion stays where they are, and they're able to, I think, like, or actually, Ion, because this is inside of a temple, inside of a building, correct? So Ion, I think, misty steps inside to the edge of the temple, if they can, sort of away from where Alma is, but looking right at Alma's back, and they say, "It isn't very nice to treat your elders that way." And they cast Vampiric Touch on Alma once more.
And Alma's going to counter spell.
What level are you casting?
And with that,
touch?
Would be at a 4th level spell slot.
So you have to...
Because I don't have 3rd level spell slots.
Hold on. You make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
14.
So 14.
14? Okay. And because of the exhaustion, normally I would have disadvantage on this, I believe. But Ion is going to, mechanically, I'm going to activate my Restore Balance, which is a reaction. And what Ion does is they can feel this exhaustion like flowing through their body from that sickening radiance that had been cast on them, and they wave their hands and they sort of almost like turn time back a little inside of their body to before that sickening radiance had arrived, just for a moment, not permanently, only for this one check. And they try and make this save against this counter. Does a 24 save?
It does.
Yeah.
14 was the DC.
Yay!
Let's go!
I was gonna say, if a 24 doesn't save,
Grandmaster, time magic. Time is time magic. I love that. That's my thing.
In that case, you will take 16 necrotic damage, and Ion is going to regain 16 hit points as they stand in this corner, still reeling. I think they're like leaning up against the wall of this temple in order to like keep themselves upright, because they are still hurting very badly. And that is my turn.
All right. Alma, make a concentration check against that 16 to see if you are able to maintain this sickening radiance.
Concentration is just a D20, right?
Just a con save. Con save.
Oh, con save, yeah. Right. I
You
haven't
got
done
this,
that
you
in so
got
long.
this.
Oh yeah, you're good. Oh yeah, that's gonna fail with this. Oh no, actually half of it. No, so 10 saves. You can keep it up.
Okay, you did it.
You did it.
I think actually I'd probably dispel it anyway
Okay.
to do the next stuff. So yeah, it can go away.
Sure.
All
right, and that is
I
the
think this.
end of the round,
Oh.
Grandmaster. Sorry.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Excellent. Go ahead and give me a nice little.
Nat 20! Redeemed. I don't want to hear it. Suck
Fine.
it, Doug.
Here. You know what? Since you got that nat 20, I'm going to give you a small little extra chaotic event on your own. And she's going to hand you a tiny metal chair. It does 1d4 of damage. Take your pick. Maybe you'll get more than one actual point of damage this time. Redeem yourself. That's what your nat 20 gets you. A tiny metal chair of 1d4.
Okay.
It's itty bitty, like it belongs in a dollhouse.
Gonna take that metal chair. Is like, really? Like,
1d4.
I'm gonna flip a coin. 1 is Ion, 2 is Alma. Oh, Ion. He's not even gonna. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with this thing. He's not even gonna fly down. He's just gonna like wing that thing like a boomerang, and it's gonna just come right at your head for 4 points of damage. Maximum tiny chair damage.
How does that hit you, Ion?
I think it comes crashing through the ceiling of this temple, like somehow blasts a hole in the ceiling, and like Ion is like propped up against this wall, like looking at Alma, not expecting something to come from the heavens, and it just like soars and I think hits them like straight in the head, and they're just kind of like, ow, what the?
Little donk.
Is it raining chairs out there?
You look to the ground and you see the dollhouse metal chair now at your feet, which you can pick up if you'd like.
Sure, why not? It seems to hurt a lot.
All right.
Now your one and only weapon that you have.
Brand new
Just
round.
a tiny chair.
Round number 2 with the tiny chair. Alma, it is your turn.
I think at this point, Alma's expression kind of changes and like almost simmers down and gets like very intense and focused. So, Professor, have you given up yet? Have you had enough of this carnage, this chaos?
No, and I wish that you would stop too, but it's clear that you don't want to, so give me your best shot, Alma. Prove to me that you're worth this position.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but long ago, do you remember Pothin's class from 3 years ago?
Yes, of course. What about it?
You gave me an A- in potent. Do you remember that?
I do. You were good at mixing potions, but you always seem to make them a little bit too potent, you know? When you were supposed to just put people for sleep for 4 hours, you ended up knocking them out for a whole day, which is not the assignment.
Yes. Well, I know my brand of potion making wasn't for you, but maybe, perhaps, and like almost starting to back away a little bit, this next trick will be right up your sleeve. And she's gonna cast Insect Plague on the area of that corner of the room that Amon's at. So it's, swarming insects and locusts come at you. Oh, and your Constitution save was a 16. You rolled a 2. Oh, Professor.
2's not gonna get it done.
That hurts me so much, Professor. 15 points of piercing damage of locusts just flinging all around you, just a hive around you of locusts just piercing at you.
And Ion is holding on for dear life, down to their last hit point. I think Ion falls to their knees, covered in these swarming locusts, and they look out at you. I think their hair, their long blue hair covers their face, but they look up at you and their eyes kind of go through a slit in their hair apart. And there is determination in their eyes. They look at you and they give you permission.
I think in the swarm of locusts, they see each other through the swarm, eyes locking, and using another 2 sorcery points for a quicken spell, a single magic missile, just like, you know, Alma makes finger guns, and just out of their fingertips, a little magic missile flies, and you can just see almost in slow motion. It's almost like a homing missile going around every little swarm of locusts, straight into their beloved professor's heart. And I will cast magic missile.
As this magic missile is coming towards Ion, and it just as it hits their heart and pierces them, I think they look at you and they say, "I'm proud of you, Alma," before they finally fall to the ground, defeated.
There's almost a moment of pure silence. As the crowd, their arms drop, the banners lower themselves, jaws open wide at this powerful moment we have all just witnessed. And then suddenly, the Grand Master stands, opening her wings once again, and she drops, losing the parka as she falls down to the ground to join you. Arbiter, take our kind professor off the field.
As the Arbiter flies down, landing next to Ion. It was a pretty good fight. I respect the time magic, especially, but, you know, the underdog, as he picks you up and slumps you over his shoulder and flies off into the sky with your body.
The Grand Master turns to Alma. You've proven yourself worthy, fighting and never giving up. Despite the initial hits, the bruises, the pain you endured, the loss of sight, the being held for so long, you never gave up your fighting spirit. And even hardest among it all, the pleas the pleas of not only your professor, but one you cared for. You did right by them, by never giving up, by always pushing through, by challenging both yourself and them to become the greatest that you could in this arena. And for that, she looks up to the acolytes above. You have given us the gift to witness true epicness, to witness true power, to witness beauty of our battle that we beg for week after week. She holds her hand out to you, beckoning you to take it. Do you take it, Alma?
I think there's a moment of Alma like wiping off a few tears, and then with like it's a change of demeanor, and energetically grabs it.
That is what I want. All this fight, you have never lost your spirit. You never lost your fire. And in the freezing cold out here, though we all may be shivering, it is you that kept us warm, that kept our hearts ablaze. And she lifts you up as you soar high into the sky to meet the acolytes, their banners once again raised, their flags, their hands high up that you can see everyone's palms raised to you, screaming your name. What words do you have to them now that you have won the fight? You have won your position and you've brought honor to our field. Alma, may you speak to us.
Let this be known that when the fight was looking grim early, that was merely what I wanted. I could have stopped that whole person. I could have done something sooner, but I wanted to persevere and show my professor and all of you that I, Alma, was truly a champion of the people. And I swear I will not take this banner lightly. I will prove to you all that I, Alma, am the greatest sorcerer of all time.
Yeah! And the crowd screams, throwing their slushies in the air. The cotton candy is now just blowing in the wind, making a beautiful rainbow as it mixes together, creating a bit of a tornado swirl as it goes around. Screaming above, higher and louder still, the Grandmaster calls her acolytes, remember this fight! Remember both their names! And if anything, know that it is not strangers that make us grow stronger, but those closest to us, those we hold dear. They are what push us to become the best that we can be. They are the ones that know our strengths and weaknesses. So trust those around you, hold those dear, and know that who you bring around you will always be the ones who can make you better. Welcome and good night to D20 Deathmatch!